St. Jerome of Charity, a small church hidden in the back alleys of the historic center of Rome. Although it's not very well known, this church preserves a unique treasure inside.
In the 4th century after Christ, there was no church here, but a house. Now this house belonged to a Roman matron named Paula, who was later proclaimed a saint, a pious person very interested in everything that had to do with the Bible. In fact, she had a Bible circle. The Pope entrusted St. Jerome with a mission, to obtain the original manuscripts of all of the books of the Bible, Old and New Testament, and then to make a translation of those original manuscripts into Latin. When Jerome came to Rome to consult with the Pope and see if the documents he had obtained were original or not, where was he staying? Well, here. In the 16th century, another very important saint, Saint Philip Neri, enters this story. Philip Neri lived here for 33 years. He was ordained a priest and was assigned to this church where there was a community dedicated to charitable works. That is why it was called San Girolamo della Carità.
Se llamaba San Girolamo de la Carità. En la capilla que tenemos a mi derecha, la Gloria de San.
In the chapel on my right, known as the Chapel of the Glory of Saint Philip Neri, represents a mystical experience that the saint had. Saint Philip had this experience in the catacombs of Saint Sebastian on the day of Pentecost. He lived the Holy Spirit inside of him in a profoundly intense way. He said that he felt like a fire had dilated his heart. That's why the heart is also represented in the chapel.
But the real treasure of the church is the Spada Chapel. The chapel is an intimate place where two of the most important members of the family rest. On the right is Giovanni Spada, close collaborator of Pope Innocent IV. On the left, Bernardino Spada, an influential cardinal who lived in the 17th century. The two cannot be approached as two angels support a veil of marble that prevents access. The chapel, as well as being a burial place, was a way to show the prestige of the family. It was for this reason that Virgilio Spada, who designed it, decided not to fresco the chapel, but to use different types of marble, a much more expensive material. The importance of the family is further emphasized by the placement of two other figures, Saints Francis and Bonaventure, next to the 6 ovals that represent the ancestors of the family. The absence of columns and other architectural elements shows that the chapel wasn't designed by an architect, but rather drawn by an artist. And it's that characteristic that makes this place special.
This work is a unique wonder. Indeed, there is no other like it in the city of Rome, nor in the rest of the world.